This is a Dragon Qiqong sequence. Follow along. There is a really helpful Dragon Qiqong breakdown that I will link in the description below, because I don't want to take the time to do that, unfortunately, yet. Stay tuned, though. And, thank you for being here. Let's just enjoy our time together out in the beautiful sunshine in this beautiful transitional period that we're in fall. And let us begin. This video is if you're already familiar with Qigong or Dragon Qiqong. I will make beginner videos in the future. But I will still guide, but we're gonna do a little bit of warming up first. So your feet kind of shoulder width apart, and you're just gonna, oh, he's going home. Goodbye, Apu. You can bring your upper body into it if you would like. I don't really know what this could be called, but could be pretty close to like a windmill. Rotation is so good and very much needed for the shoulders and the spine. And I'm going to try to find my balance between a mixture of talking and not talking throughout this video, because I want you to be able to hear the sounds and see the sights, and also just feel into your body with me. That's the most important part of this practice, is can you become a little more connected with your body each time you practice the type of movement you practice. And it doesn't really matter which one you pick. It really is just what feels best for you. What feels exciting or calming. And this movement, so I come down on my knees, or I bend my knees a little bit, and then I bring my hands forward, and then I shift my weight into my shin and ankle to warm up the shins and ankles. And then I bring it around town all the way to the other side, put my hands down, shifting the weight to the right ankle and shin, and then I bring my hands back up. And then I shift my weight side to side a little bit, just to even things out. And then I do the same thing on this side. But I like to hold it for a little bit over here. And this movement changes quite a bit, so if it looks different or you're like, Bo, that's not how you described it, I'm so sorry. Just go with the flow the best you can. The flow of your body, obviously. If you find yourself doing completely different movements with me or than me while you're exercising with me today or anytime, that's good, because that means you are listening to what your body is asking you to do. So do not ever feel like what I'm doing over here is a suggestion. I'm here to be your buddy and help you out if you need a little more direction with your exercise today. But you are the expert on what your body's telling you and how it feels. I can just give you some ideas that might be helpful, you know? You're the master of how you choose to go about implementing them. This exercise is called two hands holding the kidneys, I believe. I gotta remember. Yeah, okay. So you bring your hands up, you flex your palms upwards to the sky while looking up. Breathe in while you do that, and then exhale. bring yourself down. It's okay if you can't touch the floor. Go to wherever you're comfortable. I'm just a flexy boy. Oh, I stay down here and shift for a little bit. I'm shifting my, like the weight on my hips. I don't know if you can see like how I'm shifting my knees. And then when I'm bent down, this gives a really, really, really good hip stretch for me and hamstring stretch as well. Oh, it's the elephant walk. I'm doing the elephant walk while I'm downwards in the two hands holding the kidneys part, one of them. Now, continuing the exercise, you're going to put your opposite hands, or your hands on your opposite elbows. See? Okay? And then you're going to breathe in. You're going to inhale. And then brush your hands against your thighs. It doesn't matter at which point you drop your hands, just whatever feels right. And then you're going to bring your hands like this to where your kidneys are. And then you're going to flex. You're going to engage right up here, your butt, your gluteus maximus, especially the upper glutes. Like don't just lean on your hands for this. You're going to be supporting your back by clenching up, clenching and flexing right here. And it's also to activate that lower lumbar part of your back that gets ignored a lot because like we're sitting and standing in one place all the time. And you're also going to, I recommend, if you know Reiki, put some Reiki. Just think Reiki, whatever modality of Reiki you know. I'm most fond of gold Reiki. But any Reiki will do. And it just adds in a little extra healing, a little extra connection. And then I just wanted you to see what that looked like. But I'll be facing this way for the next. I'm thinking I'm going to do it 2 or 3 more times. Yeah? Okay. Okay. And then what was the... I almost forgot the... I think you just drop your hands. And then you restart. All right, well, on an inhale, we're gonna bring our hands up. And flip up the palms, look up to the sky. Exhale. Grabbing your opposite elbows. You can walk it out an elephant walk just a little bit here if you wanna stay down here with me. You can always transition faster than me if you would like. Genuinely, please go at your own pace, even if there is a pace to the video. Again, I am just a marker. Just a marker. And some helpful tips or something. All right. I think we definitely need to do some hamstring stretches in a video. Okay, bring it up. Inhale. All right. Time to engage those glutes. Engage the glutes. That sounds, you know? Anyway, moving on. Engage the upper glutes. Some Reiki. Anytime your hands are on you during Qigong, because you're moving your chi anyway, and that is your Reiki. But if you weren't thinking about it, now you are. And I like to. Oh, I forgot about the hip circles. That's a really good one too. Just a whole warm up. And then you just one more and then move on. Maybe 2 more. We'll see. Up, 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 up. Inhale. And exhale. Mark it out just a little bit. Time to engage the glutes. Engage the glutes. It's pretty good. Put that on a t-shirt. Engage the glutes. All right. Oh my goodness. And you can stay still or you can move. I think it's always dynamic movements are my favorite as opposed to static movements. Static movements are still really helpful for, you know, deepening flexibility and stretching, but I really think that movement is the key, is the answer to unlocking all the parts of your body that are kind of stuck due to pain. And you know, and it's literally the same thing as, like, you know, you got to get through a little bit of uncomfortability to, but it's like, you know, like working out, you know, you got to rip apart the muscles a little bit in order to get them to repair themselves in a stronger manner. And it goes, the same thing goes with pain, you know. A lot of pain comes from weakness, and not in the way that humans look at it, where it's like weak versus strong and weak is bad. That's a very human point of view on things. We're going to do some hip circles while I talk about this. Start really small and then slowly make the hip circles wider until you reach your fullest extent of your hip circle, whatever that really means for you. But anyway, a lot of pain comes from not using your muscles, because think about how, like, normal day-to-day things are for humans, where we're sitting for several hours a day, at least 8 hours a day, especially if you have an office job, or if your job just requires you to sit, or if you drive a lot. A lot of the things we do for leisure require us to sit, or like involve sitting. I'm not doing hip circles, but I'm jutting my hip out to the opposite end of where this shoulder is going, and then I'm moving that way. And it's a really good hip stretch. Like the muscle that's right over hip, I think it is the hip flexor, like the upper part of the hip flexor. I really like this. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get to the Dragon Qiqong. But warm-ups are really, really, really important. But a lot of pain is just from not using your muscles for a really, really, really long time. And then when you go to use them, obviously it's going to be like, oh, I've never done this before. And so it's going to be uncomfortable. And you're going to be like, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? I don't want to do this. And so it can be a lot easier to just, like, choose staying still, when that, like, that is the problem, you know, is like your body needs to move. That's how it regenerates. That's how you get blood flow, and that's how, like, you can flow through yourself, you know, like how your blood and your energy too, and like your food and your water and whatever you're, like, consuming for your body, your supplements. Like, when you move and you exercise, that helps your body, like, get it through you. So it's really important to move, and there's so many fun ways to move. You don't have to make moving a chore. Now, granted, it may still feel that way when you start out if it's a new habit, but you gotta just remember that you are the master of your mind, and you get to choose what goes on in there, and you can choose to start choosing to move. All right, I think I'm warmed up. I'm hoping you're feeling pretty warmed up. Or let me think. Maybe there is one more warm up. Oh, is it? Yeah, okay. Let's get you really moving your chi. I'm going to get you aware of your energy if you're not already. So you're going to place your hands right here in the lower dantian, which is your sacral space. That's the Chinese word for it, dantian. I Might be saying the inflection differently, but... Okay, breathe in. Hold on, I gotta think of how I'm teaching this. Because I know it a specific way, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm teaching it the way I know it. Okay, so this might seem backwards, but just bear with me, I'll explain. Breathe in. Contract your chi. Breathe out. Expand your chi, okay? We're gonna do this a couple times. And chi is just the Chinese word for the ki, like in Reiki. Rei means soul or spirit. I believe it means soul. And ki is life force energy. Breathe in, contract your chi. Breathe out, expand your chi. Breathe in, contract your chi. Breathe out, expand. So the reason why it is inhale, compress, exhale, expand, because when you exhale, that is the end of your breath, and therefore the beginning of everything. And that is where expansion truly occurs, is in the space between the beginning and the end, or when there's an opportunity for a beginning because of an end. And so, like, the moment after you finally release all of your breath, that is a very fertile point, because you get to place a different intention into the next breath, because that breath has ended, and now we have a new beginning. Hold on, there's an energy coming through. Anyhow, and then when you inhale, that is your new beginning. Okay. We're gonna do one more breath. Inhale. Contract. Exhale. Expand. Okay. That's going to be the basis for our Qigong practice, is our breath. And that is honestly the basis of life, is breath. And so it's always a good idea to practice coming back to it. Sorry, just transmuting some energy. All right. I think we can get started now. And I'm trying to figure out well, let's feel into what feels right to start with. Okay, so we're gonna do the chi warm up. Let's see how long this has been. 20 minutes, nice long video. Nice long YouTube video. All right, so we're gonna start with I just start with left over right, so I guess we'll do right over left today. it the way I always be doing it, so that I can just, because this is the first time, so we'll just do it that way. So, here's your chi. Become aware of it again. Here it is. Breathe in, contract. Exhale, expand. And now we are going to sink into our horse stance. Make sure your feet are facing forward. And sink as low as you can. I like to go pretty low, but you can stay up here or up here. I recommend challenging yourself. You deserve to be challenged, because you most likely will be able to always exceed that challenge. Not most likely. I'm just going to go ahead and say you will. You genuinely will be able to. So, sink down just a little further. If you feel like you can't, just do it. Just a little further. You'd surprise yourself. But also remember, you know your body. And I know mine. But I know the human mind. And I know that whatever the human mind says is what we can do. So expand what you think you can do. And you expand what you do. And what you, yeah, you know? Okay. And now we're going to sink out of the horse stance because we're going to bend forward at the waist. Well, actually, like this. I'm going to move my hands around my energy center like this. Around my lower dantian. There we go. There we go. And then I'm going to move the energy with my hips, or move my hips with the energy. Moving it all together. Like this. Now, moving your hips and unlocking the tension in there is really, really important, because your hips hold your sacral, which is your creative center of energy. And also just like everything. So that includes sexual stuff, that includes creative stuff, that just includes like this is our center. And you know, with human design, you obviously probably know that everyone's a little bit different, but quite a bit different, but making sure that you are connected to and aware of how your sacral feels and how it works is really important in just like making sure that you are well physically and energetically, creatively, sexually, interpersonally, relationshiply, like in all the ways, you know, because your sacral, in a way, like it is you, and your sacral also holds like your inner child. It holds your fears. It holds like, not just like the fears in this lifetime, but like past life stuff, and also just like wounds galore. That's where it's held. So if you feel any discomfort or anything that comes up while we're working on the hips, be gentle with yourself. Don't force. Don't push. You can challenge yourself. You can be like, I think I can try this. But don't ever go, like, whatever you do, do it from the heart. Whatever you do, do it from the heart. Do not, forcing and pushing is not from the heart. And it just makes us feel not so good. So allow yourself to try if you want to, and then allow yourself to be where you're at if that's where you're at. You know? It's a beautiful ebb and flow, a constant paradox of what is, what will be, and what's in between, of what was, what is, and what will be, and everything in the in-between of all of those. And you can go ahead and bring your energy down to your legs. I like to do some energy healing when I'm down here. And just think about some Reikis. You just keep the energy flowing, keep the energy moving. And we're only going to do a couple of rounds of Dragon Qiqong. So we're going to do 2 sets on each side. So that will add up to 4 repetitions, just all in general. And I won't do a full breakdown, but I will make sure that you can get into the position. But White Tiger Qiqong, I can't remember what her name is. It might even be Lily, but I might be wrong about that. So I'm so sorry if I don't know her name at all and I'm just like lying on accident. But she is an incredible Qigong instructor, and she's fantastic at, if you need like a little extra like practice, she has like working up to it. So again, this is for if you're ready for a challenge for something new, or if you're already familiar with Qigong and how your body works with it. There we go, sorry. I don't know why I was saying sorry. That was interesting. There's an ant on my foot. Did you know that in Japanese, the translation, like the English translation for the Japanese word for ant is like loyal bug, loyal insect, or like hard-working insect? Which is really cute. And also just like, I love language. I love humans. We're gonna switch back to the left. Bring the energy to the middle. Oh, I forgot to do. Okay. Or maybe we'll do. Yeah, no, we'll for sure do the Qigong. All right, I think we are ready for some Qigong. All right, I gotta think of which side. I think we'll do the left side first. Can't really see my feet, can you? Here, let's adjust the video. Usually feet's only for Patreon, but we need some direction here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. We start here. I start with left over right. Remember that horse stance? I'm glad that I shared that earlier, so we're not like, huh, what is that? Because that's where we're headed next. A bird just flew over me when I said that. That's really cool. All right. Place your hands in your lower dantian. Become aware of your chi. Inhale, contract. Exhale, expand. And then now on the exhale, sink down into your horse stance. I'm going to cover up the sun so that you are not blinded. Your horse stance right here. I like to stay. I like to hold these positions for a little bit in a dynamic manner, just for a little extra movement. You can do whatever feels right for you. And then I sink a little further, contract, and then on my next exhale, I open up into the dragon stance. And I bring this hand behind me, this hand above in the sky, both palms facing up to the heavens, opened up. Spread your fingers and point your gaze back towards your back palm. But it is possible I might have the legs backwards. Maybe I need the video. No, I do not have the legs backwards. Ooh, that's what happens when you second guess yourself. Yeah, no, this is the right way. Okay. And then just stay in this position for about 10 to 30 seconds with me. Just take a moment to get reconnected with your whole body. And then when you switch out, push your hands out, exhale, sink back into that horse stance. You're going to bring your left leg up, this leg, if you're doing it the same way as me, and then right over left. You can shift to the left a little bit if you would like to. I'm going to roll my ankle out a little bit, and then we do it again, but on this side, to the right. Remember to keep this arm as straight as you can. The arm that's up. And then your gaze is on that back hand, looking out. This position is the dragon's head. And your hands are like the shape of the head, and then the flowing appendages of a Chinese ling's face, a Chinese and Japanese ling's face, a ling dragon. The long water serpents with legs that carry their eggs that look like pearls, those guys. And push out. And come back up. Bring your right leg up. And then you should be left over right if you're doing it the same exact way as me. All right, one more set on each side, and then we'll close it out, and then we'll be good to go, you know. Inhale, contract. Oh, I forgot to go to my horse stance. And open up. Straight up and straight back. Leaning in. Make sure that your knee is not extending over your foot or your ankle, but that it is aligned or slightly diagonally back from it. Again, White Tiger Qigong really, really breaks it down, and I will in the future, but not today. Feel your hip flexors engaging, which should be right here, and then down your thigh a little bit, and you should feel your entire back engaging. And if your arms start to go a little numb, it's a good idea to move your appendages up and down a little bit, or you can stop. But that numbness is usually like stuck energy coming out, so don't be alarmed unless it's like something that you're just aware is not good. Dragon Qiqong is incredibly good at engaging just about every part of your body, but especially those parts of the body that are kind of neglected due to our societal way of doing things, or the current, because I don't want to claim that, the current societal acceptable ways of doing things. Okay, next movement, right over left. I don't think I was doing this, but bring your leg up and then come out. I'm so sorry that I wasn't doing this, or if I wasn't explaining it. We're all learning something new here. I'm learning how to teach Qigong. Sink down into your horse stance. Oh, we're gonna stay here for a little bit. Move it side to side, side to side, side to side. We move it. We go. We grooving. We go. Hi, Grandpa.
Hey, get out of this heat.
No, I'm filming a video, Grandpa.
Oh, super.
It's for my YouTube. I'm filming a Qigong. I'm almost